Hello everybody and welcome back. I am KRX and we are continuing on with this early access playthrough of Farthest Frontier. Where honestly at this point I think everybody has a good sense of how the game is flowing, right? And what the game's all about. Now obviously these buildings could all be upgraded, so we are nowhere near sort of the end game fully upgraded town, fully all the production things going, you know what I mean? We haven't gotten to tier 3. There is such a thing as tier 4, and even these buildings like for example, the blacksmith forge at tier 3 can be upgraded when you get to tier 4, tier 5 or whatever it is, right? So you can keep going and going. We're only at 85 population. Eventually we'll need to get to like 500 something, right? To fully max out our town or something. So there's a extremely healthy amount of content in this game compared to something like Banished, compared to a lot of the other early access Banished clones that have come out. So that's really cool and really encouraging. That all being said, I think the gist of the game is you know, we've gotten to that point and we've kind of already equilibriumed. There isn't really anything that's going to truly challenge us that much. You know, I think getting a second, let's get another Fletcher going, because it does seem like arrows are becoming a little bit of an issue. Making some more arrows per year might be nice. Because even this tower was complaining it didn't have arrows, so. Although getting a whole nother hunting hut could be good too. Oh, please tell me we're building that well. Oh, prioritize the well, please. These people need food. Or they need water, sorry, water. But I think we're actually really getting close to potentially doing up a barn over here. I think that would be cool. We're probably not going to get to 150 pop in tier 2 in this playthrough necessarily. But again, I don't think any of you guys will be missing anything even if we don't do that. We were able to play quite a bit deeper into the game during the Twitch streams. And we're definitely going to revisit this and play this more as it gets updates and as there's more content layered into it. Because there's going to be even more, apparently. Quite a bit more. Hopefully they just, I mean, something like this to me never really needs to like end. Like I mean, there's never ever been like the Village Builder, the live service game, you know what I mean? But I don't know why not. And I don't mean that in the sense that I crave live service games in the sense of like, you know, buying a bunch of DLCs and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, if things are, if obviously this is early access, so there's a lot of additional content they're just going to try to get into the core experience. But I think DLCs are on the table. And I'm not necessarily already hoping for like, you know, to pay them for DLC stuff. Of course not. But I could see them doing a lot of stuff to make the game better, but I could always see there's always more that you can add. There's always more you can do, I feel like, with a game like this. I feel like so many games just don't even bother to be innovative at all with sort of what they think of as in terms of production chains or content or things or whatever. I mean, you could just keep going and going and going with stuff like this. Things that you know, the people would need in their homes. I mean, I love the fact that like it has soap. I mean, it's like great. We're making soap for them. They want candles. They want pottery. They want, you know, they want the waste removed. Like all these things are good, but then you can always think of more and more things to sort of continue to push up the housing and to push up the tiers and to just have more things to juggle and more things for your workers to do and more, you know, whatever. Anyways, I'm just rambling here. So there's a lot in the game right now. There's going to be even more though. Before its release and then probably even after its release. Because I mean, one thing I guess to look at in terms of anticipating post-release updates and content and stuff is looking at Grim Dawn, right? So Grim Dawn was the game that these developers have already made before, which had an amazing amount of content in the box, but also had an amazing amount of post-release content as well. So it was all extremely fairly priced as on top of everything. So that's always nice to have that sort of as a you know, that they have that precedent of well-priced, fairly priced content. There we go. That well is finally done. We have room for plenty of folks. We were thinking about building the healer's hut actually out here. Oh wait, did that actually... What's the range on that? It doesn't say, but it is saying... Well, you're kind of seeing where it's affecting the desirability a bit. Looks like it's maybe even a little bigger than the... Might even be a little bit bigger than the... in the market. Get the school place down as well. I think the school plus the healer's hut plus like a park or something. This place would be popping off. It will let us build a big giant park right here that affects everybody. It's going to butcher those 20, 19, 9. Okay, no, that is. I might not build this right now. I don't know if we have the gold to build this right this second, but that is going to be 10%. Okay, so once all this gets built, we have a lot of room to grow this section of the village. This is all going to be above 30%. All these, yeah, we do. We actually do have the money for this. Let's turn it on. 5 more people just came to town. So man, when it rains, it pours. Holy cow, we got a lot of people coming into town here. I'm actually thinking about potentially getting another hunting cabin because it seems to me, do we need 500? Another hunting cabin because we have so many deer. That's a boar actually. The boars will actually attack. No. Let's not do a hunting cabin. Let's get the barn going. Let's get the barn going. Let's do this. Let's do this. What am I? I'm being such a doofus. I'm like, how are we going to build the barn out there? We need to expand our road network. We need to expand our road network significantly. Okay, that's going to take forever for that to build, but okay. Love this little valley that we're sort of working through there. Kind of trying to keep it loosey-goosey. I do want to kind of peel. I don't like the way the intersections look for the roads. That I would really like to see that improved. That's going to look crazy. I don't know why there's a road going over this giant mountain right here, but I didn't want to get it too close to this mark. I want the houses to really fill in this area, and I want to be able to potentially get a wall around there so they're somewhat protected housing. Here, though, at this intersection, I think we just keep this going through. Crisscrossing that, coming up the back of this industry area. Into there, and then shoot it through. I don't know. Kind of just... That's going to be a lot of road building, but... I could see this kind of coming along and going like here and through there. Eventually just going out that way. But I think we want a road... that kind of cuts through here as well. And goes along the water maybe. That's going to take forever for all this to get built. Holy cow, let's go up to speed 2 and hope we don't starve to death. The other thing I was talking about is getting the fruit orchards going. Where would a nice place to start building this be? And we know the barn's going to be out here. We're building this whole giant village over here. Actually, where is a place? Fertility is really not that great. Fertility is pretty bad here, so let's actually build it here. Because the interesting thing about the... Actually, it could just be back here. What's the fertility look like back here? Not particularly amazing. Yeah, let's just build it back here. That'll be fine. And it'll be sort of back in here. Six builders and 10 laborers. That looks pretty good. We could have 2 people cutting firewood, though, it looks like, permanently now. We do need more. Make sure we have all 4 people working at the saw pit. We have plenty of clay coming in. I mean, eventually we can get more people mining these gold nuggets, right? How much gold is still here? There's still 4,000 units there. So we were really taking our sweet time there. Holy cow, but we just jumped up to 96. More people mining gold, maybe? I mean, we're gonna get the barn. I want to get the barn going. We're building all this. In fact, this road, actually, it looks like people are actually doing, like, this road is getting built. It's just... Actually, I'm going to delete this here. Oh, whoops. That like... really did a number there. Okay. Because the barn... Where is the barn going to go exactly? Where was that? There's a big fodder bonus out here, I think, right? 80%. Fairly steep, it's saying, though. But I think, yeah, I think we want it out here. That's pretty far out in the boonies, but... Villager actually died of exposure, huh? Look at that. Firewood, villager, warm clothing, coats. Not forced to travel too long distance during cold weather. Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. We have some extra people now. I guess I was literally just about to send out an exploration point to do some more exploring, but maybe after someone just died of exposure, maybe that's not the best call. It's actually one of the first times I think I've ever seen someone freeze to death, to be honest. Just kind of exploring this area, because we did send out some scouts, right? So I'm just kind of like, what have we uncovered, and just seeing what we've uncovered. 17,000 gold ore there. 17,000, there's just tons of gold ore just everywhere. It's kind of weird. Like how available that stuff is. Like even if you click on the iron ore deposits, it's usually a lot less than that. Yeah, only 1,000 iron ore, but 17,000 gold ore. It's like, okay. These are those big mega rocks. We've known about those for a while. Not seeing any lakes or anything. This is insane. See, there's just no willow on this map. I mean, we could keep going and going and going. We might eventually find a pond or something out here, but from what I can tell... Not seeing much in the way of willow. Send out more scouts. Technically, it's like, dang, I mean, the housing is already kind of filled up. It's crazy. Get more builders. We got a lot of building to do right now. And our food is definitely dipping down. You know what? I'm thinking... So we have someone that's hunting over here. Let's set up another hunting hut somewhere. But where? There's boar there, but I actually... The level 1 hunting hut doesn't do a very good job against boar. I don't even know if it can even hunt more automatically. There's a deer thing out here. Oops, sorry, a little bit of lag. The game, the performance of the game actually is kind of like a little sketchy. Little sketchy. 7 deer out there. There's got to be closer deer than that, right? See, this is why I wish there was a way to look this up a little bit more cleanly and easily. You can see we're starting to get some lag. Oh, there's deer around the lake. On the other side of the lake, there's 9 deer there. Yeah, let's hunt those. Oh, wait, no, we already are. No, we're hunting this pack. We're not hunting either of these 2 packs. There's 2 more packs of deer over here. So let's get a hunting cabin down here by the water. And we'll have them come out here and hunt these deer. How is the lake doing in terms of like the fish in the lake? It says there's only 300 fish in the lake. I don't know exactly what this means, but I do know that if we add another fishing hut here, I think we will be overfishing because we're getting 270 per year. I think if we added more, I don't think we'd be able to get 540 per year because it says there's only so much fish there. It might be saying there's so much fish in the circle. I'm not fully sure how this works, but again, I've seen it where you can overfish a lake by having a couple. That's a relatively small lake. I think 1 will be fine. What is this trader buying and selling here? Nothing we care about. I mean, they would give us wheat, or, the grain, but no, I think we're okay. Speaking of grain and such, do we still have wheat that's 600 produced last year? 800 bread last year. No inputs. Okay, so I think we have ran out. We have no grain and we have no flour. So we don't really have 14 raiders. Are you kidding me? Holy cow, that is insane. Now, everything's being stored here, so they should come here. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. It's just a laborer here. Now, last time the hunters actually did a really good job at... Ooh, that hunter just took one out. Just took him down. Oh, there's a number of them coming in here. And they're getting cleaned up. Cleaned up. So we're getting attacked from multiple angles, huh? 5 raiders attacked, 5 raiders were killed. I think we're still under attack though, right? So it's almost like 2 raids happened at a time or something. Because it went from like going up to 14 there's a little dramatic, I think, right? Little dramatic. They took a little bit of pottery here, it looks like. Take them down. I don't think this person has anything on them. If they do, let's finish them off, though. Attack! Yeah, nice. Clotheslined him. Boom! Unfortunately, this is a soldier, one of ours that's down and for the count. 9 killed. Yeah. We're doing a beautiful job here. Oh, the bear might have been helping us out, too. It doesn't look like the bear was doing much for us, but there's that bear. The wildlife can help you if the raiders crisscross over the bears and the boars and stuff, but... Okay, that was clean. That was clean. So we have 9 laborers minus 1 that's injured, and that's actually while working in the pottery. Which I don't think we need 2 people working in pottery, do we? Just do 1. Where'd all our clay go, actually? I guess, you know, we're trying to build some things, but 7 builders, 10 laborers, and we've added that extra industry, so. And then now that we're going to have a healer, we can actually treat some of these people that are getting hurt. Which is nice. Well, the healer's hut is well stocked with meat and herbs and things, so let the healing commence. Okay, so we need more planks. Did we end up getting all those apiaries done? We must have, right? Because we're making some candles. We got some of them done. Some of them were done. Unfortunately, the estimated yield, it says 700, but I don't know if it's all going to get picked in time because of that raid. Kind of interrupted. Yeah, that raid interrupted things, but that is a really good yield. That is like an amazing yield. By the way, to me, it looks like the fertility is about even here, right? The fertility here is about even. Because we're at 58% now, but it's still going to go through 2 clove cycles and then go back to the wheat. So I don't think this is really going down at all. I think this is staying about even, so that's encouraging to see that this is a good crop rotation system that's keeping the fertility about even. Now, it would be nice to boost the fertility even more. That's where a fertilizer can come in. It looks like we've gotten, yeah. Oh no, that's the target bonus. We still haven't moved any clay into here. What the heck? So the clay still hasn't gotten to the source, even though it's been years. Literally, we've had clay and it hasn't moved down. What is the thought process there? I mean, it's just sitting here waiting to be used, but I understand there's a distant, it is kind of distant there, but still you'd think that one of the 5 farmers or one of the people working at the clay thing or one of the Wainwrights or something would be able to make that trip, but apparently no, they just... I'm going to get a second person working at the Wainwright because I'm wondering if maybe that'll help get some of the stuff delivered about. We might just want a second Wainwright entirely. I feel like that would just help, right? Oh, you know what? We definitely need another composting hut, I bet, before that becomes a problem. Because we're starting a whole second neighborhood. Now, here's the annoying thing. This is just because I've played the game. I kind of instinctually know that we're going to need another composting hut. No, I don't think we can feed that. We can't take 9 people on right now. The thing is, if you look at this, you might think to yourself, oh, well, this is composting yard. We only have 1 of them is being used to decompose into compost to be used, and 2 of the bays are completely empty. So clearly, why would we need a 3rd one? Clearly, we're doing okay here, right? We have storage. We could store 3,600 waste, and we only have 500. Why would we build a second one of these, right? Well, because you can only assign 1 person to work at this building. It's kind of nonsensical. It's like this building, like the building is designed to be able to clearly be operating, you know, like you will never use the 2nd and the 3rd bay. That's what I'm trying to say. You will never use these bays. By the time this is done, 97%, by the time this is done, we're just going to push this into the field, and then this is going to start filling up again as the primary bay. You almost never use these other 2 bays for anything because you don't have enough workers to go and collect the waste to fill it up. Like there's waste here, but it's not being picked up that quickly. Like here's 15 waste here. This should definitely be getting picked up, but there's only 1 worker. So you have to build entire new compost yards just because you can't assign more workers. And yet for some reason, you can come over here to the basket. Well, the basket's a bad example, but you can come over to the pottery building. You can get 6 people working and making pottery. But you can only have 1 person going and collecting waste per building. I don't get that. It just makes no sense. I mean, all a second person would need is a wheelbarrow. Just give them a second wheelbarrow and you have a second person. And then they can just go fill up the bays too. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's just a weird... That's just a... Smoked meat. Actually, we're actually having smoked meat is getting spoiled. That's interesting. This hunting hut did get built. Let's make sure you're coming over here to hunt. Technically, we could get a whole second one to come do this too. I'm assuming our gatherers are doing a good job. We'll just cross our fingers and hope that that's the case. Getting another smoker could be good, but I think these ones are actually kind of doing the job at the moment. Because I don't think we really have that much raw... Yeah, we really don't have any raw fish or raw meat just sitting around. So I'm assuming we haven't overloaded the ability for them to do their job. Construction is enabled out here, but we don't have enough planks. We have a lot of wood, which is nice. Eventually, we could get another saw pit, potentially. Saw pit does not currently meet the upgrade requirements. We need a heavy tool, 50 bricks. Yeah, this is a tier 3 type building. To upgrade the saw pit. Yeah, tier 3 it says. You know, we're actually coming up on that 150 pop. I don't know if we're actually going to make it there, but we are actually making some serious progress here. Up towards the 150. It says we only have 11 homesteads. Really? This one's getting built. This one's getting built. This one's getting built. And this one's getting built. So that'll be 4 more. And why are you not there yet? Yeah, we knew this one wouldn't be there. We knew that we might have to come in with a park over here, right? A medium park. That would be 30. Medium park there would get it to 30. Actually, what if we did a flattened terrain over here? Would we be able to sneak anything there? I want to see if that... And again, the flattened terrain tool is more like a smooth terrain tool. Is kind of what it is. Yeah, what I'm realizing is we do have a lot of builders, but we don't actually have the materials we need. We don't have the materials to actually do the building that we have the building that we've assigned the need for building. Yeah, so we just need more. We're running out of planks. Actually, I guess, honestly, hate to say it, we just need a second sawmill, apparently. Full-on second sawmill. I don't remember ever having to make a second sawmill, but you can never have enough, planks. Let's even make that like a priority. So the things that I'm thinking of right now is that food, now that we've grown our population, like doubled it, we haven't really doubled our food production. In fact, I'm almost kind of surprised that our food's doing as well as it is. We've added 1 hunting hut, and we're trying to get this going, and I guess the farm is fully in motion. So getting another field going would be good. But then again, well, the laborers, I don't know. Another field would be another 5 farmers out of the labor pool. We won't always need 8 builders, though. Actually, wait a second. Hold on. Let's cancel this build here. This looks like it could be an interesting place for a field. It's next to this area here, right? Yeah, this could... Let's see what a field would look like out here. I think a field would essentially let us do flax. I think what we'd want to do with a second field is we'd do flax, and we would do... Now let's pump this out a bit more. No, I keep building in the same exact spot. Here, we gotta go one further out here. I'm trying to make sure we have room to get a fence entirely enclosed by a fence. We got all the room in the world. Man, 10 by 12? Oh, you could do a 5 by... Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, what does a 12 by 12 look like? 7 workers for a 12 by 12. Only 6 workers for an 11 by 11. Or 5 workers for a 9 by... 9 by 12, which is technically more than... I guess we're not... Oh, man, I wasn't even looking at the fertility of this area. Yikes. Oh, well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, I think we're going to end up doing flax and then maybe like peas and stuff. Like flax and peas. Although, if we look over here, in order to do... the funny thing is that the peas... I think I was actually... In my mind, I was thinking beans when I said peas. Just to have some food variety. But the truth is, the fact that... Like, yeah, the fact that the peas can fit with this, with the maintenance and with the clove, kind of makes them kind of strong. I wish you could do clove maintenance, but apparently that just barely doesn't fit, which is silly to me. Just barely doesn't fit. We could do like a pea, bean, and then do a clove maintenance, and then do the flax with like a clove. But the problem is the clove maintenance doesn't fit. So it's just better to do 2 peas, I think, than it is to do a pea and a bean and then mess it all up. I don't know. We'll poke around with it when it gets built. We'll see what we can do with the flax mixed in. The thing about the flax is it's not as harsh on the fertility as the wheat is. So, you know. This got built fast. I'm just going to max it out. Let's just get as many planks as we can. Although I am realizing that we got a little bit of a... Oh yeah, we haven't even... Those farmers haven't been added over. Yikes. Yep, we're going to go back... It looks like we're going to be going back to the days where we don't have enough laborers. And it doesn't feel like really that our farming... or our food production is not really going to be going up proportional to our population. So I don't know. Planks, yeah, we just don't have enough planks for anything. We need 11 for here. We have exactly 12. Though I'm curious if they'll deliver that appropriately. Only 12 more here. This is gonna eventually. These will be tier 2 houses, and that will kind of pay for what that'll do. Is that'll pay for. That'll start paying for the healer's hut. Really, that's costing us quite a bit. So actually, wait a second. No, none of our... There's no way any of our buildings have reached 65 desirability. It's saying we're getting 4 gold in taxes from luxury. I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming that might mean the candles and the pottery, but I'm not sure. I don't know why that wouldn't be counted as just part of the market. There's no way we have a level 3 house. So I don't know what it's going on about. Do we have the resources just lying around to get this final house up to a homestead though? We did this big flat in here, but it's still not letting us build it over here. We could build it across the street. Gets the job done. Alternatively, I think we noticed we could cram it into here. It says we technically don't have this gold lying around, but we might have some gold in the trade post. Yeah, that'll be the gold we effectively will need to do that. Still haven't saved up 1,200 gold in order to do the next tier, but we're still 50 population away from that. And we're going to be making good gold per month, I think. 8 from luxuries now, it's saying. And all of these homes over here should be leveling to level 2. Well, certainly once this park is done. Once this park is done. And that's actually without even having a bakery over here, which is interesting. Getting another wheat field would be good. Getting another wheat field would be good. In fact, I'm almost tempted. What would a small farm over here look like? Like what could fit over here? Like an 8x8 or something? There's a lot. Only 2 workers required to work on a 6x9? Why not, right? I don't know what the most efficient farm size is. I mean, someone could tell me in the comments if you know, but I don't necessarily really care to know too much either. It seems like 6x9 was pretty good if that was giving us. Oh no, 5x9. 5x10. 2 workers for a 5x10. That worker-wise, that might be one of the more efficient options. I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna put this on pause here. Oh no, I can't put it on pause. That's fine. We're gonna work on that. Guys, thanks everybody for hanging out for this episode. I will see you guys in the next one as we continue to work on our population here. And building up our village and everything, getting all the things going. And actually, I want to check out the basket weaver and see what they're up to now, with the purchased willow that we got. Guys, thanks everybody for being here. I'll see you guys in the next episode.